Hello, hello. I'm Patrick Chen. I'm the co-founder and executive director of IITTI World Civility Index. And today, again, we have soft skill expert Carolina Tan with me here. And we're going to talk about the two hard truths about making your dream come true. So what are there are many points, but we're just going to be talking about 2 points. And Carolina, yes, Carolina is going to help us in that. So Carolina,
Hello, Patrick, and hi, everyone. So I hope you're all having a great week out there. Yes, indeed, there are many hard truths, but there are ways to make our dreams come true. But of course, let's establish what are like a dreams in general. If we actually simplify it, dreams are what we call cherished aspirations, goals, or ideals. Again, since it's an ideal, it may or may not come true. But of course, the goal here is to make them happen, in time, at the right time. So, what's the first hard truth? Your network matters. Many times people would say it's not what you know, but it's rather who you know, because
mhm,
these people are actually vital towards helping propel you to the next level of success, whether it be a soft nudge or quite a big push. So,
mhm,
in other words, many times we may need that one particular introduction or, that faithful connection by being where you are at that moment. And nothing happens by accident. So,
mhm,
if you happen to be there and the opportunity presents itself, might as well make the most out of it. And of
mhm.
course, be also willing to share. Meaning, we are not takers here in a literal sense, but also be willing to share. So when we are able to keep in touch, when we are truly like a listening to
Mhm.
what people have to say, then chances are it's a good foundation for friendship and who knows, like a business relationship up ahead. So
Mhm.
what's your comment there, Patrick?
Well, it's so true. I have to give myself, an A plus because over the years, especially like during Christmas time, I spent about 3 days in writing Christmas cards. In the old days, we're writing Christmas cards, and all the friends in my summer jobs and my old professors and even high school friends and so on. I have a list. This is my little black book, and all the people I write to them and some of the friends we have kept in touch since I left high school. That was like 40 years ago,
Mm-mm.
and they're still my friends. And I can still call them up and say, "Hey, Steve, how about going out to lunch or something like that?" And so those are the kind of I think networks are very important. Looking back, you just don't know who is going to be able to help you. And sometimes, it's just a very little innocuous saying. Hey, Patrick, why don't you look at something like that? Why are you so stupid looking at something that won't do anything, even if you do it for the next 20 years? And you go, wow, of course, how can I be so blind? And then so somebody looking at it cold, but the person is obviously very intelligent. And so she or he can actually say something like that. That can actually prompt a lot. And so I agree with you that the network, like they say, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. And when I hang around like 20, 30 people around me, these are all good friends. It makes a big difference because they have so much network and so much knowledge. And especially when the year goes by, they rise up in the ranks of whatever they do. So they become the expert in their field. And so they may not be engineers and so on. They may be a lawyer or an accountant or an entrepreneur or somebody like that. So all that makes it makes the life very rich in that sense. So network is very important. Yeah, that's for sure.
And we can never be wrong with keeping in touch even when there's no particular agenda instead of just doing so when you need something from a person.
Mm-hmm.
So even a short like a message using the many social media platforms or an email or an SMS. It really matters just to stay in touch. And
It
of
is,
course,
yeah. Sorry, again, interrupting you.
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
It bugs me so much that people actually ghost you. Like, oh, we've been communicating and so on, and then, oh yeah, 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 I'm gonna reply to your email or your text message, and then all of a sudden you just disappear.
It's been
For
forgotten.
Yeah, for the next 2 years. And then 2 years from now, the person may come back and say, hey, Patrick, I need this and that and that. And you go, oh my gosh, you just don't have that kind of feeling anymore because, that passion is gone, that emotional bonding is gone. And so, yeah, don't ghost people. It takes a lot of discipline. I do agree. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of time. But hey, otherwise I'll be just sitting here doing nothing. So I may as well be useful and reach out to friends in that regard.
Exactly. And that's wonderful for you to share and say, Patrick, because you've just touched on point number two, which has to do with our attitude matters.
Mm,
Because optimism, how we feel about something, this is like our superpower, right? So
mm,
no one can actually make us feel down or negative in that way if we don't want to do so. So might as well, like allow that positive energy or vibe rub rub in
mm,
onto others. So whatever attitude, energy, and effort is out there rather. So it definitely helps. It helps to cheer up our room. It helps to lighten any meeting, whether online or face to face. And in other words, the world will always make room for passionate and positive people. So attitude. I remember this quote, your attitude is like a price tag. It
mm,
shows people how valuable you are.
mm,
So that
mm.
actually matters.
It is so interesting because um, there are situations, for example, in war, which is a very unpleasant feeling. Very good soldiers often come back and say your attitude matters. You have to basically assume you're dead, and then you can operate well. That means you won't be afraid. You are more of a brave soul. You are willing to do things. You're willing to look after one another, the next person who got shot down, and you're willing to get in harm's way and pull the person up and carry him and to safety and so on. And I think in life, a lot of situations like that too. You see your friends down and so on. uh it doesn't matter to you at all, but if you're willing to get into harm's way, be inconvenienced at least, and just help that person, many times it comes back to you in wonderful ways that you may not even realize. So I think that's what they call karma as well. So I think that is the thing in life. If you are always thinking that you're winning already, so you're willing to take risks, you can be humble because you're winning. You're on top of the world, and if other people shoot you down and so on, or making snide remarks, you don't. It just kind of bounce off you. You're the Teflon guy. You don't get hurt. And with that, I find it works wonderfully. That has been uh, my kind of trademark, I guess. That's what people said is, Patrick, how come you don't get mad and you don't get angry? No, what's there to get mad? But that's the kind of thing, because I'm expecting myself to be winning, to be successful, even when I was very young. And so now, wow, it just is a self-fulfilling prophecy that over time it just happens like that.
Wonderful, wonderful. And of course, since this has to do with hard truths about making our dreams come true, to wrap up, let us all be reminded that you and I, all of us, we can give ourselves that permission to actually dream. Because if we don't go for it, again, there's a particular saying, if not now, then when?
When,
If it's not you, then who?
yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. So Carolina, might as well be you and might as well be me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me put something here. Okay, so a smiley. I'm trying to look for that smiley. There you go.
Mm. Oh, all right. Yeah.
So go for that dream, and you only have one shot.
Mm.
So in life, so might as well maximize what you can.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. See you again next time. Bye bye.